you're talking my language. Now you're talking my language. Now you're talking my language. Now you're
So what's up, guys? It's Leilani and I'm back with another video. This video is all about foodie terminology. Some you may know and some you may not know. Some you maybe have been pronouncing wrong. And some you might use all the time but you don't really know the definition. So we're gonna learn together because some of them I know and some of them I'm learning for the first time. So we're gonna learn some new like foodie terminology together. So the first word up is umami. Umami. This is a word I know but I don't use that often. Umami means a category in food taste. It's kind of out of the realm of bitter, sweet, sour. It's based on the flavors of your glutamites. And glutamites was a word that I really didn't know the definition to. So this is kind of like a 2-for-1 word. Glutamites is a neurotransmitter that sends signals from your brain throughout your body via nerves. So when you have like a bite of food that's just like so good and you can't really describe like the feeling that's coming over your body, like you get excited, you start dancing, that glutamate is experiencing umami. So we've all experienced it. We've all experienced like umami to like our favorite comfort food, our favorite dessert. So yeah, so that was like a 2-for-1 word. This next word is reduction. And I'm sure we all know the word reduction, but in foodie terminology, it's the process of thickening and intensifying the flavor of liquids. So when you think of like a wine sauce, a soup, or like a gravy, that's like a reduction. So that process is carried out by either boiling or simmering whatever the liquid is to intensify the flavor and thicken it. This one is a word that we should all know, zest. Zest is a food preparation step that happens when you scrape an unwaxed fruit and use the flavor and the juices from that fruit, the outside of the fruit, into your meal or your drink or whatever. You can have like orange zest on your chicken, lemon zest, lime zest. Like we've all probably used like zest before. Like that's pretty easy and pretty commonly known foodie word. The next word is libation. So I thought I knew what libation meant, but libation is a drink that's drank ceremoniously or in celebratory. What? A libation is a drink or beverage that is taken ceremoniously or in celebration. So like having champagne on New Year's Eve is considered libation. So I was using libation more as like libation equals alcoholic beverage, but that's not really true. Libation could be like communion, your wine like during communion, or any other drink that's a part of a ceremony or a part of a celebration would be libation. The next word is bitters. Bitters can be a solid or a liquid flavor that adds additional more intense flavors to whatever it is. So most of the time you hear bitters in like a cocktail drink, and it kind of like intensifies the flavors that are already in the drink. So you can have like orange bitters, you can have nut flavored bitters, you can have cedarwood bitters. There's a saying that says bitters are to cocktails as salt and pepper is to food. You can have your food and your food can taste whatever it tastes, but by adding salt and pepper, you intensify the flavor of the food. So bitters is the same way with a cocktail or a drink. You can have the drink by itself, but to add the bitters will intensify the overall taste of the drink. The next word is caramelized. So I'm sure everybody has caramelized something. The proper definition is the oxidation of sugar or the process of intensively cooking for the result of brown color. So if y'all know me, you know I love some caramelized onions. That's like my favorite thing. And I kind of like them a little charred. But it just brings out more flavor from whatever the food is. And it intensifies it. It brings it a kind of a different taste than what it is originally. But yeah, caramelized, I'm sure we all know that word. Muddle. So to muddle is to press whatever the ingredients are into the side of the glass to crush out the flavor or liquid or juices that are in the whatever the item is. So you can muddle mint, you can muddle nuts, you can muddle fruit. Normally the term muddle is used with cocktails, but you can also muddle things that are going into your sauces, your dish, whatever your dish that you're cooking. So we all know what the word is. I'm just not sure if everyone knows like the actual like terminology is to muddle or muddler. So this kit that I have right here is a mojito cocktail set. Well, this is just the box for it, but this is a muddler. So you can like put your mint in there and like crush it out and crush the flavor, squish the flavor out, muddle the flavor out. But you can put your mint in there, you can muddle the flavor out with the stick there and mix your cocktail. So the next word is simple syrup. I'm sure everyone knows what simple syrup is. Simple syrup is the process of liquefying sugar, basically. So simple syrup, you only really need 2 ingredients. If you want to make it like super intense, you can add more. But you take your water, you boil it, you add your sugar, you reduce the sugar, and you can pour it in a cocktail. You can pour it in like a drink, a lemonade drink. Any like beverage is really good for like summer drinks, ice drinks, because liquid sugar is better to mix in like cold ice drinks than it is for like raw sugar or just like any regular sugar to mix in like to a cold drink. But yeah, simple syrup, super easy. The next word is butterfly, and we're not talking about the butterfly flutterby, like the little bug with the beautiful wings and colors. To butterfly means to split food such as shrimp, steak, chicken, or pork chop down the middle without completely separating the halves. So you can butterfly shrimp, like we've all had like butterfly shrimp. Basically instead of having the shrimp as a whole, you're splitting the shrimp down the middle so that you can cook it evenly on both sides. You can get an entire chicken, get it cut down the middle, butterfly down the middle, and have it cooked evenly on the inside and the outside. It's great for flavor, it's great for cooking, it's great for barbecuing, especially because you can get the char taste, the barbecue taste on the inside and the outside of your meat or whatever it is that you're cooking, versus putting a whole shrimp on and the inside is still just like tastes like regular shrimp. So yes, to butterfly, to split down the middle evenly. This is my favorite word. I learned this word about 6 years ago from a magazine, and I love it. The word is Epicurean. So the word Epicurean comes from the word Epicurious. An Epicurean is a person who is fond of or indulges in luxury or sensual pleasures. I'm definitely an Epicurean. And to be Epicurious is in the same way that you are fond of, you are attracted to things that are of luxury, things that have high taste value, high taste luxury. And in this case, since this is a foodie related video, Epicurean, as far as like your taste palette, the types of foods that you like are more expensive, are more luxury driven restaurants. I'm definitely Epicurious, like for sure, even like with the groceries I eat. But I definitely have a very diverse palate. But when it comes to like dining out and like enjoying like a handcrafted cocktail, greatly prepared, greatly seasoned, well cooked meal, I'm definitely an Epicurean. The next word is Trattoria. So I've definitely been to a Trattoria. I was not pronouncing it right. I honestly was calling it a Trattoria. Yeah, I was calling it Trattoria, but the proper way to pronounce the word is Trattoria. Trattoria. So that's the proper way to pronounce it. I've been pronouncing it wrong all these years. But Trattoria is an Italian style eating establishment. It's less formal than a ristorante, which is like your traditional high-end Italian restaurant, but it's more formal then an osteria, which is like your hood Italian spot, basically, or your hole in the wall type of like Italian restaurant. This is just like your streamlined Italian restaurant. They focus on service and food. It's not about the total like Italian dining experience. You come, you eat great food, you get great service, and you go home. Versus a traditional Italian restaurante where you go and you have the white tablecloth, you have the maitre d' that is tending to every need and request that you have your options to buy a bottle of wine instead of buying a glass, whereas at a trattoria you get your glass of wine, or you can get like a carafe or a canter of wine, and that's your pour, and you pour it yourself when it's time to refill. So yeah, trattoria. And the last and final word is with a twist. Is that really a word, or is that a term? I guess that's a term. The last and final foodie term is with a twist. I'm sure everyone knows what this is, but they didn't know that it was an actual term for this. With a twist is basically when you are presented your drink, the final step before they hand you your drink is to shave off a piece of a citrus fruit, so like a lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, and they twist or wind the peel of the lemon, orange, or lime, and they garnish your drink with the lemon, orange, or lime, or they can insert it into your drink for added flavor. So like your old fashioned, you'll get like they'll peel a piece of the orange, twist it, stick it in your old fashioned, and they serve it to you. So that is with a twist. So you guys, this was totally different for me. I've been wanting to do the language for a long time, and I think I'm going to do this with all kinds of like topics other than food, and I'm probably going to bring it into fashion because there's a lot of words that I hear people pronounce and I'm like, that's definitely not how you say that. So we're going to learn together. This segment is called The Language, and I think I'm going to do this more often. I had so much fun, and I hope that you learned something as well. Let me know if any of you guys mispronounced the words like I did, because yeah. Trattoria. Definitely was mispronouncing that. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on social media at Let Lei be Lei. Thank you so much for watching.